Hey guys, just wanted to give you a little quick update. I hope everybody's doing okay with this thing going around. It's been a crazy thing here. I wouldn't, my whole life that I've lived so far, nearly 50 years, I would never believe we would have been attacked by something like this. I thought any other amount of things could happen to us to potentially kill us, but not that. But anyway, I hope everybody is healthy and staying safe and trying to take these precautions. I think everybody needs to do that. Don't listen to the he-men that are saying this is nothing, because it's not nothing. So I've been in partial self-isolation up here in southern Middle Tennessee, which really, for me, is not any different from my normal life. I normally self-isolate here all the time because I only have about a couple people that ever come see me, and one of them's car's broke, and the other one, where is that? Hadn't heard from him. Uh, so I'm good with that. I'd probably stay here full time if I could get away with it, but I can't. So anyway, all jokes aside, I've been tackling this trunk on this Plymouth, and I'm just going to give you the quick and dirty cliff notes on this thing. I had to do a hell of a lot of welding on this, which I didn't know how to do, but I got it done. So I had to make a bunch of patch panels for the trunk because I didn't want to buy a trunk floor and do all that, and just didn't want to deal with it. So it didn't need that much anyway. So I did all that. I learned how to do this. Finally learned how to weld sheet metal together in a butt weld. So, this car has been a test bed for me to learn how to do stuff like this, and it's sure been a good one. So I'm ready to be done with this. I've got a few more things to repair around the trunk. This car was really in a little bit worse shape than I thought it was, but it's no big deal. So anyway, I give you the view of it. I had to rebuild both outer corners of that panel right there. You can clearly see or maybe not, clearly see where I put patches in if you're close, but I'm not going to get close. I had to rebuild that. Had to rebuild that trunk, that bumper mount right there in the corner. Actually, I had to take it out and put it back in again, weld it back in, because it had a lot of rust out behind it. I had to take it out and rebuild that with sheet metal. And then up here in the floor, it had problems. This whole thing was all rotted out. I had to make those curves on that wheelhouse by hand all the way over there. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 different pieces in there. And that one wasn't as bad. It was rotted out to about, when I say rotted out, it wasn't gone. All it wasn't gone. In fact, it didn't look as bad as you would think it would have looked, but when I started sanding, it got these pinholes all through it. It was real thin. So that's probably got about all the way to over there, same way. It's probably got 5 pieces in that one, and then 2 big pieces back here in the corners. So I've treated this thing with rust coating and first coat of paint on it, Rust-Oleum. This is what some people just really like. So I've not had any bad luck. I've had good luck with both those. So I'm gonna put another coat on this tomorrow. I've been doing my body caulk on it, and then once we get the paint dries and flashes and dries and cures and all that crap that it's got to do, once the paint does what it needs to do, I'm gonna seam seal it, and then I'm gonna paint the final coat of paint on it. I think my spray bomb turbine bronze paint will just go right over that just fine. I had never had any problems doing that. So, it's not going to be perfect, but it'll obviously look like it's been repaired. But the main thing is it will have been repaired. So I'm glad of that. If you look back here, the factory did that. Actually, the factory, right there, you can see that's seam sealer. I know that's run that up there almost over it, but that stuff there is the lines in it. That's the old style seam sealer, and they seam sealed this thing, and then they painted everything over it. So it seems, I'll tell you this, what I learned, well, I already knew it. I had a suspicion of it, but it was reinforced on this. But the seam sealer, the seam sealer on an old car like this is the death on one of these things, because the water gets under it and goes to town with rust. So anyway, I'm going to finish this thing up. Probably before I'm going to let this paint cure for a few days. So I'm probably going to get under the rear end of this thing and while I got the gas tank out and use up the last of my can of Pour 15 on it and my paint and all that, clean that up like Howard did on his Galaxy. But so that's probably what I'll do. And anyway, it seemed like there was something else I was going to say, but it probably wasn't important. So I like that trouble work light I got there. So anyway, been learning a lot on this. I learned that I don't really want to do this again with the tools I got. So I'm going to have to upgrade during the summer. I got loose plans that I think I've got to do some work on this pickup truck and do some welding on it and get it up on the road again for this summer, and then fix that lawnmower. That's the next thing after it, and then we're going to get this Dodge in there and get the motor out of it. And so I'm trying to gear up, hopefully, to be prepared that I can, if I play my cards right and everybody's here and we all survive this thing, then at the end of the summer when the bugs go away and the weather cools off, then I would like to whip about 2 of these cars in and give them a quick and dirty spray job, paint job. I don't know why I was thinking spray cans, not with spray cans, with actual paint gun. I painted a car before years ago, turned out pretty good, so I think I can do it again. But this car's paint's faded, and there's no real point in doing all the rest of that if I didn't want to finish the outside. So this color, by the way, if anybody's curious, this color is called Turbine Bronze, and this color came from, I think it was the 1965 Chrysler Turbine car. They painted it that special color, and then they brought it out as a regular color for these things. So I've never seen another one of these Plymouths this color. All right, guys, cut off here. Hope everybody's doing good. Please stay safe and stay healthy. Have a good one. See you again.